Hello, my name is Lowell. Pronouns he, him, and we're on another session of Rapscallion, not Rapscallions. It's a singular. Don't ask me. But anyway, this is the new fantasy pirate game from Magpie. We are trying it out. I played a little bit with Alan a few weeks ago when we did our world building, a couple of sessions ago. We did some play last time, as well as sort of the last of our session zero. And we are taking up with our characters in the wake of that today. So this session is part of the Open Hearth Gaming Community. You can find about more about that at openhearthgaming.com. And we have a coming up first weekend of October, a free online gaming convention. And signups start for that in mid-September. I'm going to keep banging that drum. If you're interested in this, if you liked anything that you've watched us run or play, come and check that out and play with us because it's free. So mechanical things. Uh, Number one. So the mechanic for chapter's end works like this. And what it basically is at the end of a session, we go have we done something big? Have we defeated an important foe, claimed a great treasure, or accomplished a crew's goal? If you have, that's the end of a chapter. That becomes end of chapter. We declare it, which we're going to do effectively. You've fought a big foe, you've got a treasure. At that point, and only then, you will replenish all of your bonds. So all of your bonds, whatever the max are, reset them back up to that. And then everybody gets two picks of what I'm about to say. There are three choices. You can take the same choice twice. You can mark an XP. Okay. Right now you are level, I believe, 1. Am I right on that? So it takes 6 XP to go up to the next level.
Oh, it says 5 on our sheets.
Does it start at
The
5?
the sheet has us at like a level 0. I'm not quite sure
Oh,
how the
okay.
actual
Well, then
game
let's say level
works.
0, it takes 5, and then we go on up from there. Yeah, because this is the only place where level matters. Literally. Why we have a level system? What an interesting decision. Huh. But anyway, Patrick kindly put this in. So mark an experience. You can do that once or twice, or you can mark 2 luck. So temporarily have 2 luck. You're not going to reset to that, but you will,
Oh, so you
get
move your
that.
current up.
So you move your current up. Uh, and you may first reset your luck to its starting value. So if you have a positive, you may set it to that and then take the 2 luck. You can also heal 2 harm. I don't think anybody has any harm.
Oh, Nonius did.
I do have some, yeah.
Oh, so you may heal 2 harm if you wish. Um, but those are the basics. Those are the 3 things that you can choose from, and you can choose 2 different ones or one of them twice. Captain, what are you thinking about doing?
I think I'm going to mark an XP and mark a luck.
Okay, 2 luck.
Oh, it's 2 luck.
Yeah, it's
Okay.
essentially 2 luck on top of what you already have. It'll go away, but for this
Okay.
next chapter, you have for a little while until you burn
So
through
it's
it.
the choice is 1 XP
1 XP, 2
or
luck,
2 luck.
or
Okay,
heal 2
gotcha.
harm. Yeah,
Gotcha.
yeah. Uh, Nonius.
Uh, and I was just looking, and the sheet is unsurprisingly off. We do start at level 0, but it costs 5 plus your next level to go up, so it will cost us
Okay, so
6
it
to
is
go
6
up.
points. Okay.
Wait,
Um,
what's your next level? This
Why did
weird
they?
predictive algebra. Silly.
I want to mark 4 luck. Why
Okay.
not?
Why not? Why not
lots
is a
of
good way to put it.
lots of luck and lots of harm.
Uh, and then is it what is your character's name again, Sherry?
Cass,
Is it
ship's groom. Cat. Oh, no.
Cass, what would you like?
I think I'm gonna go with 1 luck and
So 2 points
one,
of luck,
yeah, 2 points of luck and 1 point of what the other thing is.
experience.
No, maybe?
Yes.
Is that what I did?
Experience,
Yes.
luck, or healing harm. And since you don't have any
Uh,
harm,
yeah, I guess I'll take the mysterious experience to see what that turns into.
well,
Ooh,
when you get
to
six
6.
6 points, you will get an advance. And you can add onto a stat, or you can take an ability.
Okay.
And what about for Vern?
I think I'll also take 1 experience and 2 luck.
Okay, excellent. Now,
What do you use luck for again?
so luck is spent to fuel a number of your powers.
Okay.
As well, you can spend luck beforehand to give yourself a bonus. There's also a twist fate move to kind of do big changes in the scene by spending luck.
Okay. Cool.
So there are a number of things, and twist fate is not a rolled move. It's spend luck, and you get to do this thing
Oh,
there.
cool.
Yeah,
Which is very nice.
yeah. Uh, so one of the things we're going to do, we talked about this, and we're going to talk about lackeys. If you will look on the equipment and tags page, uh, tab, 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 go and find that. Uh, on row 58, I have put a list of 13. I've added some, and I've made some modifications to a couple of things, of 13 lackey types. Each of you is going to get to pick a lackey, and this is a lackey for the ship. Lackeys aid certain things, aiding meaning giving you a +1 when you can bring them into play. If you choose a lackey, you will be the person that has to find a picture for them and give them a name and put them in the NPC tab. So you will start the ship with 4 lackeys
Ooh.
as our named lackeys. During the course of play, you may pick up additional lackeys. There are some moves that allow you to, when you test renown, you might find a lackey, and it might just happen through the course of play. We might add lackeys in as well. But I tried to add some more that had added to different abilities. Some of them work on board, some of them work on shore. So they are useful in that way. Captain, do you have a sense of what you would like?
Yeah, I
Okay.
think I do. Um, I'm going to take from a first mate type,
Okay.
and probably style them as our ship master, the
Hmm.
non-com that kind of runs the day-to-day of the ship.
Absolutely. And so they have a harm tally. They deal X harm when we get into kind of boarding and things like that. When you're on board the ship, they'll aid polish, which I think is there are 2 moves for that. They're also a thing where you can set them to leading lackeys to do a task kind of thing. Uh Nonius, what would you like?
Uh,
And I will say this too. Later on, if you come up with a new kind of lackey that you think we should have, we'll add it to the list as well.
cool. So I had a an NPC from some of my starting connections
Hmm.
that I made up, Thurlow Fane, who's the overly handsome orc boy, who's working with Cass.
Uh-huh.
So he's a big orc, so he's probably not the scholar harm tally one. So maybe like shaman, because the navigating stuff is all so magic-y and weird.
Sure, sure. Aids in the rituals. Strange. Sounds good. And strange as a tag means they have weird latent powers, essentially is what that means there. Uh Cass, what would you like to take as a lackey you'd like to add to the table?
No, so which thing is it on again? Because I had it and then
It
I made
is
it go
in
away.
equipment and tags
Yeah, that makes so much sense. The equipment.
and 58, row 58.
I found it. Wow, 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 wow. It's seafaring skilled sailors, strange week. Oof. Um, do we have a healer?
No.
Maybe we should have a healer.
Okay.
So fictionally, we said that there's a ship's doctor, but they're not a
They're not
lackey,
good.
right? And they're not good.
So we'll maybe like bump them up a level. We'll call
Yeah.
them the healer. So I have to find find a picture for 'em. I mean,
Yeah.
they are quote unquote skilled in healing. I do not know what that means.
I'm going to say that I'll have to look up what recovery is
Okay.
because it's kind of unclear beyond the end of chapter things. But Nonius, I think you can erase one of your harm boxes now that you have a skilled in healing guy. So you've just got a
I'll take
little
it.
bruise. And then Vern.
Um, I think a carpenter would make sense.
Okay. So age repair, harm tally 2, 1 harm. All right. So those are additional folks on the ship. And we are going to take up, we've kind of faded to the end of that chapter. Uh, Normally we might make like a navigate roll, but we're going to kind of hard frame ourselves forward a bit. And uh, essentially we will see your vessel. The winds are favorable. The gulls are flying around the ship, telling you are growing closer to shore. And I think we see on the horizon a port, and we can see quite a few ships. We can see the masts of quite a few ships there, a large number of docks there. Uh, I think you will see that there's clearly some damage, like a couple of the docks have been torn up, and there's some damage there. Maybe even a ship that's kind of they're working to kind of pull it up more onto a dry dock because of the damage that it has taken. And this is Kosret Landing. This is the big middle of our ocean crossroads island. It is not claimed by any of the directions or the factions. In fact, it's kind of more of a local merchant run thing. And there's a general agreement not to attack or blow the place up. That kind of goes on here on Kosret. But the sharks have a counting house that is here, and there's probably a naval vessel that's tied up there, but is required to keep to their own devices. And there are all kinds of other ships that are there. Uh, uh, Humayun, Captain. Uh, we see Kosret. This is our first view of it. Uh, I'm imagining almost a little more Araby port of kind of that white polish stone and things like that. Tell me something else about Kosret Landing.
Um, it is a place that is awash in color because they have gardens on the tops of the buildings, gardens that come off as little balconies from all of the windows, and they are just resplendent in blooms and greenery, and it has this almost living feel juxtapositioned with that stark white in the sea sunlight. You then see this wash of color of blooms and flowers and fruits.
Excellent. So we definitely catch that, as the ship is coming in. Nonius, what is another feature of this place that we will see?
Um, so I think it goes up and up and up towards one side that goes up into sort of a mountain that's it's like a natural spring done as a volcano.
Okay.
Like something that was so much pressure that it like pushed up land around it, and now there's just this like constant sort of flowing of water out and around it and down the levels of the mountain and the island down into the
Man,
sea
we have a
floor.
waterfall, staircases next to it. There's probably something important or sacred up at the top. And we'll figure out what that is. It comes down and there is a waterway that partially bisects the town with some bridges there. And it's a fantasy world, so it's fresh water coming down from there and flowing out into the ocean. It makes no sense whatsoever. So that is what it is. Cass, what is another feature of Kosret Landing?
I think that the shores are just covered with sea life that likes the beaches. Seals and walruses and just crabs everywhere you go. And it's everywhere. If you want to like walk along the seaside, you're fighting those things off or trying to get space. And it's one of the big things here is people by the docks they have like people who that's all they do is chase these things off, big
Absolutely.
sea turtles, just everything.
There's they've built kind of you know, raised walkways to try and move along the boardwalk there, but those get chewed on and come down, so you got to be careful
A lot of
over time.
seabirds too.
Yeah, seabirds and gnawing walruses and all of that kind of stuff that goes on. Uh, but I do think that there is like they'll push things off, but you're not supposed to kill things there. Like you can drive them away, you can go out to the water and fish and that, but if a seal is on the beach, it is safe. So I think that's important. Uh and Vern, what's another feature of Kosret Landing?
All of the buildings are on stilts.
Ooh,
Partly because that all of these animals, can pass under them, and also because you don't have to worry about the tide. You don't have to. Well, you do have to worry about storms if they're really big, but generally a flood will just like pass under the.
yeah. Let's say on the lowest levels, like the levels that come by the beach, like we have those stilt things, and sometimes we get tidal wash-ins and stuff. It probably also makes it easier when the tide comes in for them to kind of take cargo out.
Mhm.
So there's an interesting
People with
set of
small
things.
boats will just like float under the house, and
I like it. A
So
little
are the floors
Venetian.
like actually rafts? So if the water does get high enough, the house kind of
probably the ones
floats?
closest to the water. Yeah.
Yeah.
Okay.
Um, like as we get there, I think there's been a pretty high tide, and some of them, there are boats like bobbing underneath the houses, but then further up, they're just on stilts above ground.
I like it. So you will arrive in Kosret. Uh, you've been here before. All of you know people here, and this is an opportunity for you to explore. And so how this works is when you go to a town, we go to the downtime moves. This is on its own tab. And right now, you aren't currently on an adventure, so we're going to begin the downtime, and you are not actively being hunted at the moment. If you were actively being hunted, you would have to pay a treasure to the port to take downtime and avoid the watchful eyes of your pursuers. Uh, if you stay in a port for more than one downtime, you can spend three treasure for each extra downtime that you take. And that payment of 3 treasure, the extra downtime means everybody gets an extra downtime. So it's not
So
it's
we
not a
need
bad
lots of
thing.
treasures then.
Yeah. Here's the other thing. When you leave downtime, basically when you leave the port of adventure, you're going to heal all your harm. So all the harm is going to go away. So this is the other way to heal harm is getting out of that. If, however, you take fresh harm while you're on your downtime, then you keep that. Uh, so what can you do during downtime? You can make dubious friends, get them to do stuff for you, what they expect from you in return. They might give you trouble. Uh, I'll come back to the dubious friends here in a second. You can carouse, where you spend a treasure, and then you have the chance to make shady friends, or gain some luck temporarily for that. You can test your bonds with a crewmate, which allows you to potentially increase your bonds with them. So that's one of the ways that you can do that. You can gamble, which on a hit with Spitfire gets you 2 treasure, more treasure if you piss somebody off. So that's always worthwhile. You can also investigate things, and they've got some investigation questions. You can perform a ritual. And basically, that's, hey, I want to come up with something funky and do it, and that kind of thing. And you can also tinker when you use tools to tinker or create something with that. You get to make up an object, that kind of thing. Uh, so uh, make dubious friends. One of the things, both for make dubious friends and carouse, that is not in the move, but is mentioned elsewhere, is this is a way to gain bonds, to gain a new person and gain a bond with them. Uh, they're really unclear about it. Like it's mentioned, hey, here's some ways to gain bonds in one place, but that's the only place it's mentioned. And it's kind of in passing.
Wait,
Uh,
so which thing is that? That's
the make dubious friends there, and also carouse. Basically, on a 10 plus, you can choose to potentially add someone that you have a bond with. You can't increase your bonds that way, but you could add another person that you have a bond with. And that's the way I'm going to do it. And I think that makes sense because bonds are nice. It's nice to have them. Uh, you know, and they help you when you get caught out in your like uh, usual stuff. What I mean is vices. When you get a compel and you need to get out of that, you're going to want those bonds. Vern, he said pointedly. So those are
I mean, my
all
one bond isn't good enough.
right, right. And like if you were to say to me, I want to perform a ritual to bond to the ship, like that would seem a reasonable thing to do. Like that seems reasonable as well. Like these, we were going to make these malleable, and play around with them to your advantage. I will remind Ship's Groom Cass that we have a pearl that you received. I would like to make an offer to you
all right.
about what that pearl does.
I'm interested.
Uh, that pearl will allow you to roll escape at a +1. Not add +1 to your escape roll, but effectively have your speed be 1 rather than the -1 that it is.
So I wouldn't have to spend my luck to have bonds +2, so it's not a minus.
Exactly. So it's not quite as nice as
Mm,
you would have with that, but it is a fallback. Does that seem like a reasonable thing?
yes.
Okay. All right. I'm talking a little bit like Samurai because we've been watching a lot of Dropout. So
So
there we
much
go.
dropout.
So much Dropout. Today we watched an episode and we were weeping great
It
tears.
is so good.
Just
It really is.
unbelievable. So Captain, I'd like to do a scene with you meeting with your senior folks. So we see Cass and Nonius and Vern. Again, describe like the captain's quarters or this. Do you think you have a separate space that you draw them in, or is this the captain's quarters when you want to meet with the senior staff?
I bring them into the captain's quarters, but it is divided into two
Right.
spaces. I have a kind of front parlor that is where my dining table is and where my desk and seating for people. It is where I have people come in. And then back behind a screen, which, say when we get in combat, that screen would be pulled. And if we had to shove a cannon to be it's shooting from the rear. It could come in there, but that's where I sleep. And around I have the windows, so it's lit. I think, despite the warmth, I have a little potbelly stove in here, which I have stoked with some coal.
Oh
But
yeah, because it's a little chilly now.
despite that, we still probably all are feeling a chill in our bones.
Yes.
Um, but the our ship is very fancy, so the furniture there is beautifully appointed. All of them, there are notches in the floor so that the furniture is slid in and locked, so it won't go sliding when the ship's moving, but it can be unlocked and stowed away. There is the practicality of nearly everything here can be stowed away if we're moving into action.
Excellent.
Um,
So I think we see, our ship's groom, Nonius, Vern, and a couple of the other senior lackeys seated around. What are your orders, Captain Humayun?
Humayun.
Humayun. Sorry.
Um, well, friends, we've reached port. We all have a little something in our pockets. Uh, I suggest that we get a chance for a little recreation. I'll look over to the ship's master. I have put them in the NPCs. It's
Okay.
Barda Kalu. She has been with me since the old ship. Um,
She
and
she was one of the ones on that small dinghy that we saw going towards this ship. Okay.
mhm. um, if you would please, Marta, set up a roster so that we can let the crew go off in shifts.
I
Friends, this very well may be our last pleasant portage for a while. There is much that I'm sure for all of us, will be seeking at sea. I think that I personally intend to enjoy it greatly as much as I can. And I would not be adverse to making this an extended stay. And therefore, I will go ahead and kind of imply with this, I am going to pay for us an extra downtime.
okay. There's
And
a general murmuring and people are pleased by that, I think.
That's a good decision, as there has been a bit of illness going around the crew. Says Nonius there. He's standing by one of the windows, gazing out at it. There's just enough breeze coming in to flutter his cloak, and it pulls back, and you see like the sun on his golden metal arm, which has like accumulating ice and frost along the edges of it.
for some of us who made the last excursion, we are all feeling the effects of that. It might be beneficial if there is an opportunity, perhaps finding out how we might be rid of this particular ill omen. Uh, we also, while we have a fine crew, finding someone to come along with us might not be completely going astray. But from here, I intend to begin to sail to a location where I have left some funds that will aid us in our further adventures. But if anyone hears of perhaps some other lucrative opportunities, of course, we can always seek to pursue those. Please enjoy yourselves while you have the chance.
Let me ask you a question, Captain Humayun. Uh, do you think that for purposes of this, that uh, uh, last time that you found an important treasure?
You mean in that last adventure we
Yeah,
had?
yeah. Do you think you found an important treasure?
I feel like that, yeah,
Okay.
that is what I sort
Yeah.
of feel like we
So
did, yeah.
I'm going to put a check in your renown, so that takes your renown to 1,
Oh,
because that's the first thing that you can do to get your renown up. It means that the next treasure that you're going to get on that little check thing, it has to be much bigger than that.
right, right,
Like it is,
right.
it's definitely a side skill. But that'll give us a 1 because eventually you're going to want a higher renown because that will move you up and stuff.
Right. We also have, because of our ship, and I was thinking when we do leave, use our one of our special legacy bits so that we get one of those picked from the renowned
Yeah.
list. And I don't know, we can roll with the 1. I don't think actually
Oh no,
I
you
don't
can't
even
you
know we
can't get
can
anything with it. I'm just
succeed.
telling you that you've got it because it has to
Right,
be below that. But I just
right.
want to give you a little bit of a little aperitif for that.
Nice.
Uh so what I want to do is I want to go around, have everybody do a downtime move. And then we'll see where we're at, but we'll probably have people then call a scene with a PC or an NPC or something else they want to do, and then we'll do the other town time move. Does that sound good? Um, so uh Captain Humayun, and we can do some setup to the move that you want to do. Tropical breezes, hot air that runs cold across your skin here. You have goosebumps even as you head out into here. You've been here several times before, uh, and you definitely, there are representatives of the law, of the sharks, the merchants operating around in here, but there are several notable taverns around this place, and you probably will contract with people to heal that cosmetic damage that we talked about last time. That's getting done up for the ship. So where do we want to see you go? You are muted.
Thank you. For my, and this is our first downtime
Yep.
move.
Yeah.
Yep.
Kind of frame
Uh,
up to what you want to be doing.
I'm going to, as everyone's splitting off, I'm going to say, Vern, if you don't mind, uh, could we have a short conversation before we begin?
Really?
Please, come sit. And I'm going to be going into the test your bonds move.
Okay.
Um, so
So
I'm going to
yeah.
spend a bond with them. Oh, I got to tell you, okay.
Yeah. So
So
test
I'm
bond.
going to confront you with something here. So I have you
Okay.
sit down. I'm going to pour us a drink. I should tell you, Vern, I had some reservations bringing you aboard. Well, having you remain aboard, I suppose, to be more accurate. I wasn't entirely sure that you were fit to take on being a sailor. But since I've had opportunity to know you, I have seen the quality of your skills as a writer. As we move forward together. I'm hoping that your writing will provide a boost to our morale as our people hear stories from a true wordsmith of the adventures we have. But it is also important that others on the seas hear of our grand exploits. All of us, and of course your captain, should be shown in a truly great light. It will benefit us all if that is the case. Can I trust that we will have that sort of relationship?
I set sail to write a factual book about sea creatures, and I will continue to write factual books. And in those books, I won't include anything, any flights of fancy, but I can also write memoirs of our journeys, and those aren't required to be adhere quite as closely to the facts.
Facts can be massaged, of course. Facts are such a small word for such a broad concept. So I roll.
Yep, you spend 1 bond.
I'm going to spend a bond.
Okay.
And I do have 1 bond with Vern. Which means I only have a +1. Now, luck again does
So
what?
luck, you may spend luck beforehand to add +1 to your roll, Humayun, if you wish to.
Okay. And it has no effect after roll.
Correct.
Correct. All right. Then I will spend 1 luck. I would love for this to be a good roll. Just to get the first one out. All right. So, and I roll with +2, and I am putting my 2 up there, and come on! Ha-ha! An 11!
Look at that. So
Ooh, I
you,
need to reveal.
yeah, what is it you like? You've come to Vern with this for a reason, like that you maybe haven't yet spoken. What is it that you haven't quite told them that you feel like you ought to say to them?
And let me. Okay, calls. I've been calling you Vern in this kind of familiar way, but my tone shifts slightly as Mr. Causey. The truth is, luck turned against me and my crew. I suffered betrayal. Perhaps part of that was my own fault. I once carried one of the doubloons. I once had a flotilla of my own. But in my lowest state, I gave away that most wondrous thing to a creature so foul I hardly realized what would happen. A demon-possessed individual with the power of the doubloon freed that demon to take possession of a ship. That is a burden I bear to have brought such a foulness into this world. I worry. I worry if I will in the end have to pay for that sin before I can claim that which is rightfully mine.
And from somewhere, Captain Humayun, you hear your doubloon say, "You will." So Humayun, I think both in terms of the moves hit result, but also based on the what you need to clear that condition, you may clear your paranoid trouble,
Thank you.
and you may take a bond with Vern,
Excellent.
and that raises your maximum bonds with them.
But it does not go ahead and give me one for current, does it?
Oh, absolutely.
Oh, it
Yeah.
does. Okay.
If you had one, you spent that. Now your maximum bonds go to 2, and you have current 1.
Gotcha.
Sound good?
Excellent. Yes.
Vern, anything that you say to that revelation, that opening up that happens there?
Uh, I can write accounts that will raise mortals' esteem of you. If you if your troubles are with the gods, I don't know that I can influence them.
The gods are dead. That is not who I fear. It is something darker. But I am thankful you are on this voyage with us, Mr. Kelsey.
I'm
Oh, go ahead.
It's maybe a surprise, but I'm glad to be on this voyage.
Nice. We cut to Nonius. Again, good tropical breeze, your arm chilling you. I think it is disconcerting to find that like you might get yourself a little bit warm, but as soon as your hand touches the steel hand touches yourself, realize just how cold that is. But this is a bright and vibrant town, both in terms of all of that plant life, but also the dress and clothing and all of those kinds of things. It is run by business folks. There are people from all over here. I think we'll definitely see as you're going along. There are definitely lots of musicians in the streets here. This is a place of a crossroads for them. Um, what do we want to see you doing?
Um, so I was also thinking of testing some bonds.
Ooh.
I want to confront the captain.
Okay. So somewhat like after the captain has gone ashore, where do you want to corner the captain? In the street, in the Bitter Gull, in someplace else?
Uh, I don't know. Does the Bitter Gull have a like quiet, shadowy corner? Sort of, well,
Oh, of
not
course,
quiet, but shadowy,
absolutely.
hidden
It is a
corner at
shadowy
least.
corner. It has a balcony. It has a chandelier, all of that kind of thing. Everything's built on multiple levels here, so it goes up high as well. And yeah, you can. Uh, do you think you find the captain and draw him into that, or do you think, Humayun, that you were already sitting in a quiet corner being mysterious?
I think I'm already there. I had stated I intend to enjoy myself, so I might even be a cup or two in.
So I think Nonius comes up from behind you, and then there's just the flash of golden skeleton arm as he slams down a giant pitcher of beer on the table in front of you and sits, like, turns around and sits backwards in the chair across from you, doing a
Of
very, like,
course.
Riker leg over the side.
Ah, Nonius. Care to share a drink?
Yes, I thought maybe some beer would smooth out some of this.
I sense rough seas. What's on your mind, Nonius?
So, off to another hidden treasure, another lost and forsaken, forgotten little corner of the world, haunted and dangerous.
Hopefully not haunted. Everything's potentially dangerous. And while not maybe lost, it's certainly not been forgotten.
Trust me, there's no corners of this world that aren't haunted.
Hmm.
But, so what are you planning to drag the crew into this time? You still haven't even thought about recovery from the curse that you led us into.
I admit I was surprised to find us cursed, but you seemed eager enough to take your bit of booty.
I am no stranger to dark curses, and I don't fear death from them. That's not what's coming for me. But the rest of the crew, just because you can walk away from one curse doesn't mean you're ready to stand against the next one. You let them pile up and they get under you, then you're standing on nothing but shifting sand.
All right, I want to pause here because there is I want to do the roll the move because there's a couple of ways that this can be answered.
Mm-hmm.
So Nonius, uh, spend a bond with the captain.
Okay. And I am also going to spend a luck.
All right.
There. There. And y'all. Wow. That's 14.
Ooh, look at those dice. Holy moly.
Yeah.
Those are sweet. For those of you at home, he's got skull dice on our DD dice thing. It's pretty awesome. Yeah, so uh let's start with the, you know, I don't think either of you have troubles or tags right now to worry about. So like what is your response to that, Humayun? And then we'll see if Nonius wants to open up further.
Perhaps I can put your mind at some ease, Nonius. This is a little catch that I had stowed away in case of hard times, and hard times have come. It is something I have placed on an island. Only the lemurs are there to worry about. But the crew needs money. The ship needs money. Till we have a truly grand score, that is my responsibility. And having you beside me, well, that is something that I appreciate and need. I don't wish ill feelings between us. Foul wind will skirl the sails.
Just need to be aware. How long has it been since you've been there? Valuable things draw dark attention in this world.
It's been a bit of time, but it was well hidden.
I haven't told you why I sought you out that first time in the tavern, did I?
No.
This, he'll hold up his golden hand as he flexes it. Little sheets of ice crack off of it. It's not my first brush with the darkness. I have a bit of a connection to that part of the world. I saw you from halfway across the island, but it was blinding once I got in the tavern. Hand of fire printed on your chest. There, seared partway into your soul. It wasn't just any hand, it wasn't just any curse, it wasn't just any fire. It was the touch of Lucid. I felt it too. He's the one that killed me. He's the one that killed everything in my life.
Sorry, Nonius. Did not know.
Sorry does nothing, and he was just a glove in the end. World is just pawns on pawns pushing each other. But my point is, this thing follows you still. It haunts you still, and let you go. You find another cursed treasure. You find another cursed treasure. This isn't a one-time thing. This is a pattern. This is a habit you're becoming addicted to.
I'll take your words under advisement, Mr. Nonius.
Now, if we were going to steal Lucid's dark but hidden buried treasure, it might be a different story. We'll pour another round.
We'll find him yet.
Nonius, raise your bonds with the captain by one. Ship's groom Cass, tell me, how do the ship's brides and grooms, like, do they know each other? Is there a thing that you wear? Do you just recognize them when you see them? Do you not? Like, what do we know about them? Are they all like you? Are they different?
They're all bound to their ship in a different way. I'm explicitly bound to the figurehead, and we share the same patterns. Typically, what you see is there is something about them that very much harks back to their particular ship. To the point, like when their ships are damaged, the grooms, the brides are damaged as well. They're hurt and busted up. And
that thing, the weird cartoon thing of pets looking like their owners and vice versa. A little
very,
bit of that.
very much
Yeah.
so. And I sort of explicitly, partially because I was particularly young when I became the groom, I explicitly have those same sort of like markings, that sort of blue china tattooing
Mhm.
all over my face.
Absolutely.
And I do not appear to be made of china, but I have that sort of marking. And that just is.
And I think, the people are changed. There are people around here on the street who the alchemy of the sea changes them. And regardless of that, people kind of give them a little bit of wide berth. The people who have gills, the people who have a veil over their face, and you can see a little bit of writhing of a tentacle or something, underneath it. And then the various ship's grooms and brides. Not all navigators are like you, but there are enough here that you will see a few of them. What what is it that you would like to do for your first downtime action?
Well, I had found that pearl. So I think that it makes sense that I need to go. I don't want to do this, but I need to go to speak to the sea to understand how I can give the pearl to the figurehead, if that makes any sense, so that she holds it. So I've introduced it to her. I've put it, essentially she knows what it is. I mean, I know in my heart that she knows what it is.
Mm-hmm.
Like some of the gold and the blue moved a little by her eyes, so I know, between one morning and the next, so I know she was aware. So I need to go and commune with the sea. I need to go and test my bonds and get an answer from them to have them tell me the way forward on that.
So
I need to confront them and force it out of them, if that makes any sense, because we don't love each other, but we do. Does that make any sense? I mean, I love the mermaid, but the sea, it wants something from me, and I am not as interested.
so you want to test your bonds with
Ship,
your ship.
which is the sea for the
Okay.
most part for me.
Yeah. Uh, I think that makes sense. Like the game has it with crewmate, but it makes sense to me given your position and so on. And I haven't seen a move that is specifically for this. So this makes sense that you could do this.
I have bonds with the ship, so I
Yes, I
must.
know.
So
But the test your bonds, it specifically says crewmate, which you
yeah,
know, this is a game and it has some issues. So we're gonna work around them.
okay,
So I think it makes sense. Uh, so spend one of your bonds
okay,
with the ship.
all right.
You may spend more if you wish.
Ooh, that would give me a slightly better chance with
It
these
would.
horrible dice. And by throwing them to the wind, I don't know. Everyone else has rolled well, so I'm probably going to have to take maximal
Yeah.
boost in order to get to
Right.
decent, aren't I?
Now, here's the
So
thing. I will tell you.
yes,
Uh, you can, I believe, if I'm recalling how bonds work, we look at what bonds do, game terms, and just to remind ourselves, you can have somebody can spend bonds to assist you. So that's how that works. Or you can spend luck on yourself beforehand.
ooh, so I could get myself up to 3.
Yes, you could absolutely get yourself to spend two bonds to get the base roll to a +2, and then spend luck to get to a 3.
That sounds insane and exactly like the kind of thing I would do.
Then let us see that insanity in motion.
Okay. Yeah. So, and I think that what this is literally where everyone else, as they get off the ships, stays up high. There's a thing where when Cass comes off the ship, he sort of walks along the the dock until he sees that point on the share point of the thing where the waves that are hitting the sea are like calling attention to themselves. To his eye, he knows that that's where he needs to go,
The
and it's
seals have moved away from that spot. They have
exactly
cleared a path for you.
exactly. But the crabs are still
The
there.
crabs are
That's
still there
yes, they're always still there.
because the crabs serve another master.
Yes, they do. Okay, so I'm thinking that I haven't unchecked the things, but I'll do that as soon as I get done. But I'm going to go and make this roll thing that we're all talking about here.
Absolutely.
Did I lose my dice? No, that's it. No, that's not it. Is this it? Yes, I found it, I think. Okay, so here we go. Okay, this is me rolling. I'm adding 3. Can you see it
So that is an 8.
all together?
Yep.
Ah, see, I needed all 3 of those to not have it horrible.
That's true. Uh, so do you have any troubles or tags right now?
I do. I have that curse, right?
Well, that curse is a different thing. That requires a different kind of
Oh,
breaking on this.
oh, okay. No, I don't.
How about this? I will offer you a a moment here. I will give you a point of clarity here. I
Okay.
think you will see a gull that will land by you. The gull is a representative of the sea and the land. It crosses between the two of them in a way. And of course, it is a
Hungry.
a a a hungry thing, but is also a guest above board the ships. And it will look at you and it will speak and it will say, "The oracle stands atop the waterfall." Ah, 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 ah. And it kind of looks at you. Come on, like, come
I
on.
know. I give him some hardtack.
And it's gone.
It's gonna stick in his gullet. Okay. So I gained nothing. So I thought the curse was like a trouble thing or attack.
No, that's
Okay.
okay.
Got it. Hmm.
But it has pointed you.
To a
You'd
place.
heard rumors that there was a oracle here in
Hmm.
Kosret, but this is not something that you'd explored before. Um, and again, rumored more than actual told.
Okay.
Vern, what would you like to do for your first downtime action?
I would like to unmute myself. I want to, let's see, do I want to investigate or carouse or make dubious friends? Yeah, let's see. I'll make dubious friends.
All right. So where are you going to make dubious friends? Are you going to, you know, the bookshop? Are you going to the library? Are you going to the astrologer's tower? Are you going to one of the bars, to the Howling Tortoise or the Bitter Gull, or someplace else?
I'll go to the astrologer's tower.
Okay.
That seems
It
interesting.
is notably crooked. It has a certain lean to it. It looks like they've tried to build it the other direction, and it seems to have
Mhm.
created more of a lean. So it kind of has this weird bend going on to it. But these are star readers and kind a certain kind of scholar here. Um,
Cool.
uh, what are you looking for? What are you hunting down?
Um,
What favor do you want from one of these folk?
yeah. Uh, I want from astrologers. I want trying to think of how to word it. Like, so I know. Wait, okay, I know about. I already know about the because I guess I put it on the map due to knowing about about it. About the passage to the like center of the world.
Yes.
Um, but that's all I know. Like I know where it is. I'm curious about how to get there. And
Well, you know where it is. Like when you say how to get there, You mean
how to get through it.
how to
How
get through
to
it?
get through it.
Okay.
But I'm also curious about like just what is there. Um, and the thing about being in the center of the world is that you don't really have stars. Like you don't, you're not influenced by them. So what I want to know from them is like, what if there were no stars? What would you know? What does that mean? What would a world like that be like?
Let's have you roll polish.
What is my Polish? It is probably very bad, I'm sure. It is 0. Okay, could be worse.
It could be.
Oh, hey, 11.
11.
Nice for being nice to us today.
Not me.
I think that you'll ask around, uh, and eventually someone will kind of quietly take you not up in the tower, but to one of almost sort of the monk-like chambers, and uh, they will knock at the door, and they will say, "Mr. Vonko, Mr. Vonko, there is a person here who wishes to ask about the passage to the center of the world." And you'll hear like some fumbling sound, and uh, come in, come in. Now open it, and it's a little bit like a kind of a monk's chamber, but books and such piled off to the side, and you'll see this person with these very heavy dark glasses, the kind with almost like the leather around the edges
Uh,
and so on, and they will look at you.
uh,
Come in, come in, come in.
yeah. And I, introduce myself. I'm a scholar, and I am planning to. Uh, I'm working on a volume of knowledge. Well, I'm working. This is a future one, but since I was here, I thought I would get your take on this, and I present the like, they say there's a passage to the center of the earth or the world. This is not really Earth, but um, what would such a place be like? There are no stars there. I mean, the stars exist, but they would have no meaning for someone there.
No, that is
Right? Would I,
not the way that you navigate and travel through there. That is,
exactly.
you know enough about that. You have not been there, though, I can tell.
No. That's why I'm wondering what such a place might be like.
For each person, it is it is a gamble as to the means by which you might travel through it. For some, they use the power of their scent. They're able to smell their way through it. Some others can hear the song of that place and follow it along. Some, like the Braille, can run their hands upon the place and find their way when they go in. It is not a concrete place. The darkness is pierced by one of your senses.
That is very interesting.
But
I'm
there
taking notes.
is a price. And he will pull back his glasses, and you can see that there are just empty black sockets where his eyeballs ought to be. And he will say, that sense remains there.
Oh, that is important information.
They say that there are proxies that one might obtain, but I did not know that beforehand.
This is why I need to write a book on the matter, so that people know this.
Even with eyes or taste or touch, you may not find what you are looking for there. Or worse, something may find you.
Also useful information. Thank you. Scribbling rapidly.
And he will turn back to his pages. And I think now you notice that he has all these books and all these things, and they are blank.
Well, it's not like he could read them anyway, I guess. So, yeah. So thank you for your time, and leave.
Okay. Let's take our break here. 10 till. So we'll come up at 10 o'clock. So Captain Humayun, I'd like to just do a scene, call a scene with a PC or with an NPC. We can do a little uh, uh, RP building up of the things before we go to your second downtime action, perhaps giving you some context to what you want to do or something else. What do you want?
Hmm. Um, how about a scene with, well, I've seen the other two. How about a scene with Cass?
All right. So Cass, where do you think that uh, Captain Humayun tracks you down at?
Oh, I think that Dr. or Captain Humayun is probably walking along the docks, not the docks, the edge of the
Boardwalk?
platform and the boardwalk, and I'm probably pulling myself up after my uh
Dusting
stroll
some
along
crabs
yeah,
off.
exactly. Picking my feet until they let go of my shoes. Yeah, and standing there. So
Cass, have you gone for a swim?
uh, no, just to have a chat with a gull.
I see.
Mm,
I see. Good conversationalist goals.
yeah, I think so. Told me that there was a whirlpool at the top of the water.
Oh, you seek an oracle.
Who doesn't?
Hmm. Well, I suppose you have something you seek in particular.
Yes. I
Hmm.
wish to give a gift, and I need to know how I can give it.
I see, and I'm kind of will motion it to see if you will follow along as we walk the boardwalk.
Oh, certainly.
Uh,
Probably, yeah, like it's almost walking automatically along with you.
eh, one would think that if you're wishing to give a gift for someone, it wouldn't require such vaulted advice as an oracle. Uh, I take it is for a special person.
Yes. One, well, there are boundaries between us that I am seeking to get past through.
Oh, I see. Yes, yes. Romance can be quite difficult. The boundaries that are placed between two lovers.
Yes.
I once encountered a boundary that was a brace of pistols between me and a particular lord's daughter.
I wish mine were as straightforward as that.
Oh,
Though I might
you,
not fare well. You are far more skilled in those arts, at least, than I.
well, age has some benefits. Eh, This this special person, are they oh, are they far away? Are they on the ship?
Yes, on the ship.
Oh, I see. Well, I will say that there are often difficulties uh, finding romance amongst your crewmates. A ship can be quite small.
Yeah, it's not the size of the ship that is particularly problematic.
Ah,
Mm,
I shan't pry, but uh, I find that a gift from the heart generally will always ring true.
yes, I just got to figure out how to extract it. I
I did mean that quite literally.
well, it's yes, I understand. Uh, It is. The problem is always with a gift. The presentation be one that they can accept. Yes.
Ah, I see, I see. Um, well, I wish you luck, and I hope your oracle will provide you this insight. Uh, we, the two of us, have not had very long to get to know each other. I would inquire, considering the rather special position you hold on the ship, uh, are you satisfied with the course of our adventuring?
And he sort of stops and says, uh, what has happened is what has been fated to happen, as it will continue.
Really? Fate.
One wave at a time, Captain, one wave at a time.
I I do not particularly enjoy the idea of being caught completely in the web of fate.
Yet, if you free yourself, was that not too fate?
Such arguments are usually found amongst mm, priests and hermits rather than crewmates, but I will say that you are wise. Uh,
The ship likes you just fine.
well, I suppose that is a comfort. Mm. Once you've seen your oracle, I intend to be enjoying the various pleasures of each of the taverns, bawdy houses, and casinos along. Feel free to join me. I'll stand you for a round.
Excellent. I will look for you when I return.
And I hope special someone receives their gift with great pleasure.
Me too.
Nonius. What scene would you like to call? PC, NPC, framing up what you want to do next? What do you want to see?
Um, I think I want to go see Vern.
Okay. Uh, Vern, where do you think that Nonius corners you? What layer does he beard you in?
Um, some like small uh rundown bookshop. Like just coming out of it probably.
Good, good. Vern, I needed to. Well, I just needed to ask you. You gave me this book, and he pulls out the book of dangerous poetry. She gave
Pleasure,
it to
yes.
him. he says, well, I've been practicing and trying, but I haven't spent a lot of time with books weren't really my thing that I trained on. And well, here, let me just, and he stands there and he like looks down and mumbles and sort of like quietly rushes through a poem without really having any sort of emotion or effect in it.
Now, let me ask this, Vern. You're a chronicler. I
Yes.
think you see books very differently than
Hmm.
Nonius does. Uh, when we cut to your point of view, like he is reading a book written by a chronicler that is a
Uh-huh.
dangerous book of poetry. What do we see the expression on your face, or what do we see from your point of view
Oh, it
of
is it
happening?
is cringe and get ready to like run or ride because he's reading this dangerous poem out loud badly. Who knows what awful thing could happen?
And I think you'll see the edge of this sort of a greenish like mist around it, like the nascent ginness of it that kind of comes up and then recoils at his recitation.
He's
And
very
and
much giving the energy of like a middle schooler in front of the class who's been forced to read this and does not want to.
it almost hisses at him at the way he hits the line breaks and just kind of keeps going without stopping and it's quiescent but still dangerous.
Like, oh, wait, no, stop, 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 stop,
What?
stop,
What?
stop.
No, I. That's how you pronounce that, isn't it?
That's how you pronounce. That's the wrong word. That's how you pronounce a different word.
Oh,
Totally different meaning. It could throw off your ritual completely.
well, here, you can show me. He's holding the book out for you to read.
Take it very carefully and like, okay, and kind of talk to the book. It's like, all right, and kind of slowly and like making carefully emphasizing the right words and the right syllables. uh, Read it out loud while sort of aiming it a little away from Nonius in case something terrible happens. Like, you have to be careful with this.
It will sound better, certainly. It reacts a little bit, but you keep it contained from going outside of its bounds. You're the kind of person who has control over it. Uh, and I think that when you go to hand it back to Nanius, it tries to stay in your hand.
Like, what did you need it for? What were you trying to accomplish with it?
Well, it's just I. Well, there was someone I wanted to impress, but it's someone who always liked books more than me.
Um, I you could injure them with this book. uh, Hold on, I have
In a sexy way.
um no.
Oh,
uh no, I don't think they would consider it sexy. No. I do have another book, but I think it is a romantic book. Uh some might say erotic romance even, but it's demonic, and reading it will make you grow horns. So,
oh,
I mean, depending on who it is, that
I've
might.
sort of got a vibe going already. I don't know if horns exactly, but this is good. The threat that one or multiple people may die from this is actually pretty important.
It is, yes. That's a good thing to know. Here and here, I'm looking through it, looking for the most harmless poem in the book, and it's like a half a page, like half a page long, but each line is very short. Like, okay, this one won't build up enough power to cause any major damage. Try
But
this one.
this is a good one. I mean, it doesn't even go over the page break. I thought they had to be long.
Well, so in general, the longer it is, the more powerful it is. And if you read, multiple pages, that builds up a lot of energy, and it's like having a larger gun.
Oh,
And what happens if a larger gun um, is jammed and explodes? It's a bigger explosion.
gotcha. But okay, but I like this. It's short. I don't have to memorize nearly as much. No, that's good. This is a good one.
Exactly.
I like this one.
Yes. And I don't think there's any words that you were likely to mistake for other words.
I just I just don't understand why they can't use different letters. If it's a different
Um,
word, why aren't you using different letters?
you can't use an entire new alphabet for every word. They're going to have some of the same letters.
What they could figure out some like I don't know, like a Q. You don't use Q's very much. Like throw one of those in there.
I don't think there aren't a lot of words with Q. You're right. You're right. Um,
Good.
in fact, none of the words in this poem have Q's.
I'm gonna work up some examples. You'll see. I think we can really revolutionize the spelling thing. But thank you. I'm
Right.
gonna
All right.
practice this. It's gonna be perfect.
Excellent. Good luck.
As you go off to contemplate your fantasy Esperanto, who will cut away from you. Ship's Groom Cass. Uh, Tell me a scene you'd like to call with an NPC, with a PC, setting up for what you want to do next on your next downtime action, something else. Muted.
I think it's my turn to take Vern out for a spin here.
Okay.
So I think
You run into Vern. They look
yeah.
a little bit shaken, like something, a dreadful cloud passed over them briefly, but then passed.
Oh, say
It just
I
took a weapon
was
out of the hands of a toddler. That sort of.
yeah. I was gonna stop and buy some food. I'm gonna take a hike up to the waterfall. There's supposed to be an oracle up there.
Oh,
Have you
really?
ever talked to an oracle?
I have not.
Oh, I was hoping you'd give me some pointers.
Um, I don't personally have.
Should
I've
we
never.
get some meat pies?
Yes, let's get some meat pies.
All right. Yep. You will
Sounds
buy
excellent.
meat pies. He'll give you some. And then he'll just start walking like you're going to go with him.
Okay. Yep.
So I was told that if we take this path out of town and we follow the blue marked trees, we will get up to the waterfall.
All right. That's convenient.
I don't know how long the trip will be. So
That one.
you've never met an oracle? You seem very well traveled.
Uh, I am well traveled, but with a limited I've never traveled just purely for the sake of traveling. Um,
What does that mean?
so, well, I've always had a specific thing I was looking for, or a specific thing I needed to do, or even working on this book. There are specific things I need to see, and I've been focused on that. And anything else I happen to see in the process or learn about in the process, well, those might be future books. So I do try to learn about other things at the same time, but uh, I haven't traveled as with the intention of generally learning about the world and seeing as many people and places as I possibly could.
Really? See, I thought that that was what you were doing. Hmm.
I suppose you could say I'm doing that one book at a time, one topic, one mission at a time, I suppose, because each one is different. So
Yeah.
eventually,
So, so what is your topic for this thing that you're traveling for?
well, currently it's a sea monsters. But I'm
Ooh.
thinking the next time, I'm thinking about the passage to the center of the world.
Whoa.
Because I've never seen a book on that. I've just heard rumors, and I know the
See,
location.
I think that would be going to the whirlpool. I mean, not that I know anything, I just think that's what it would be. I don't remember what happened when I was in the whirlpool.
Well, did you lose a sense? Can you still see, hear? Well, obviously you can still see and hear. You're talking to me right now, and you're finding your way around. Can you still smell?
Yes,
Do you taste food?
most of it tastes like fish. Yes,
Can you feel things when you touch them?
I think so.
Well, I guess I've heard there are other ways, but someone I talked to today had been there, and he said that you can you lose one of your senses there, or you leave one of your senses stays there. And damn it, I didn't think to ask him if that means he's still seeing what's there while he's otherwise sensing what's here. I should have asked that.
Well, maybe on our way back, we'll see him again and you can ask.
Maybe.
Do you think there'll be a
But
monster at the top of a whirlpool? I mean, at the waterfall? I keep wanting to say whirlpool now that we've brought it up. I know there are monsters in the world.
Did the
I don't
person who
remember
told
them.
you
I just know they're there.
in the whirlpool, not at the
Yeah.
waterfall? Okay. I don't know why there would be
In the whirlpool or in the waterfall?
waterfall.
Sorry.
I mean,
Grammar isn't my
did the person who
strength.
told you there was the oracle there also tell you about monsters?
No.
Okay.
I just didn't know what kind of oracle it would be.
I mean, maybe it is a monster.
Yeah. Otherwise, lots of people would be traveling up. There'd be a oracle this way kind of sign.
You're
or
right,
something.
and there is not a line.
No line that I can see. Well, here's crossing our fingers for a sea monster or a waterfall monster, whatever kind.
I'm gonna cut from there. Vern, what scene would you like to call?
Should we just continue this one and find out what's
Sure.
at the top
Yeah.
Let's go to the waterfall.
So there are, some ways up, steps up. But I think when you reach the top, there's definitely what appears to be some buildings up here. And there are what is clearly some guardsmen who are here who will kind of stop you and ask your business.
here to see the oracle?
There is no oracle. I don't know what you're talking about.
The
They say in a
seagull
totally
sent me.
unconvincing way.
Yeah, yes, yes, I was
Oh.
sent here to see the oracle.
By whom? Who sent you to see this not actually here non-existent oracle?
Let's see. And I look at him with my very strange tattoos and my very glowy eyes.
Okay, do you
And
want to argue with the sea?
I don't,
uh,
and yet I must.
and I think that there is a bit of discussion, but eventually you will see this figure come out from a building. They're kind of humming as they come along. Uh, they're humming. You normally, when someone hums, they have a jaunty tune or but they don't have any. They have a more concerned expression. It's almost like they can't help but hum.
Oh,
And they will see this. They will make note of you, and they will approach, and they will say, "The gull sent you."
it did, yes.
Ah, ah. Uh,
Are you the oracle?
no, 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 no. I am not. Um,
Your
and
tune is not very jaunty.
I beg your pardon.
You are humming a tune, but it sounded unjaunty.
Well, everyone's a critic, aren't they?
I don't know the word for it. I don't have. What, Vern? What is the word for unjaunty?
Yes, pray tell, what critical a plume would you apply to the tune that I was just humming? I'm anxiously awaiting your opinion. How would you describe it? The person who
Discordant.
is a gatekeeper to the oracle that you wish to come and see. Go on.
Um, um,
Scary?
avant-garde. That's what it is. It's original. It's different. It's not meant to be understood perfectly the first time.
I will take that. Please follow me. And he will say, I am Leonto.
Ah, thank you for assisting, Bianca.
Uh, the sea told me that you would be coming, and that I was to show you to the oracle, explain the situation, see if you wish to help, and then tell you a thing.
Okay.
And he will have you come in. It definitely looks like this is kind of a kind of privately kept area. It's sort of hidden away from people down below. You pass by a couple of other guards, and you'll be brought into. And you've seen the sort of Apollonian. What were those the oracles called? Uh,
Yeah,
the oracles of Apollo, basically,
mhm.
where there is that kind of a gas coming, gently up on the floor. We got a little bit of that. It's
Delphi.
Delphi. Thank you. It is a little warmer in here. Like he's sweating. Of course, for you, it's actually very pleasant.
Yeah, finally, I'm not quite so chilled.
But you will see there is a figure in a gossamer dress, and it's kind of seated there and looking at this dais where there are various instruments of kind that they are looking at, and they will turn around and you can see that they have a mask, a ceramic mask on their face, one of the sort of comedy drama masks on. And Leonto will say, I was to tell you that your friend will accept the gift if you give it to them in a dream.
Oh, all right.
And he will turn and he will say, "This is the Oracle.
Hmm.
I was told that you have a malady that needs correcting."
I am a bit chilled.
It's very warm in here. Is that your malady? That you chill easily?
I
That seems a little odd.
I think it's a curse.
Oh, it's a curse. It's a curse. Uh,
They're all cursed to never be warm.
oh, that is a problematic curse. And he will turn, and you will see the Oracle will take the mask off, golden hair kind of falling out, and she has no face.
Oh,
There is no face to the Oracle, and the Oracle will just sit there, and Leonto will say, "The Oracle's face has been stolen."
that seems particularly unkind.
It is. We have reason to believe that the lieutenant of one of the pirate lords took it when they were here in dock a short
Which
time ago.
pirate lord?
There is a servant of the lord known as Athari. His lieutenant, Susanto.
Sounds like a villain.
Well, I don't go by names. I don't want to judge book by the cover, but fair enough, fair enough. The gull said that I should tell you that should you be able to find the oracle's face and restore it to her, she could lift this curse that lies upon you.
Generous. I will endeavor to do this thing. I will petition my captain and see if we can, how should we say, seek out this authority and the Sasanto lieutenant.
Thank you, thank you. If you do this, then I shall compose a shanty for you as well.
No,
That is what I am. I am a shanty singer.
excellent. I'm sure the captain would like that.
Well, I will lead you out so that you are not stopped on your way.
Thank you.
Oh, unless there was something that you needed, chronicler.
Well, we were looking for sea monsters.
Yes, but I think we're likely to find those. I am under the same curse.
Oh, well, that's handy.
And so are others on our ship.
Oh, well, then we are well met in this. It is an incentive.
It is. We'll have to find the face.
Oh,
And
do you know what form the face takes? Is it on someone like the Sasanto, or is he carrying it in a box or something?
I do not know. We have
Oh, it's going to
no.
be one of those sorts of things, isn't it? Okay.
It is going to be, as you say, one of those sorts of things. By definition, yes.
All right. It is a good thing we have a scholar with us.
Yeah, good. Again, well met. Well met. And he will lead you to back out.
All right.
Captain Humayun, what would you like to do for your second downtime action? And we
I'm a
will assume
carousing.
that information has been passed, by the way, just to kind of put that out there and stuff.
All right.
Okay. You wish to carouse.
Just to remind me, who is the authority? What was the
So the person who stole it? What is it? Or the local authority? What are you asking about?
Was there something about breaking the curse?
So this apparently Athari, one of your fellow pirate lords.
Oh, authority.
Athari, Apparently one of his lieutenants was here named Susanto and apparently stole the oracle's face.
Okay.
Okay,
Okay. Gotcha.
so that is a deal. Uh, when you carouse during downtime, spend a treasure and roll polish.
Yes. So I have one in polish. I'm not going to push that. Oh, come on. That's an 8.
That is an 8. So tell me what your carousing looks like. Like how do you indulge your vice if we were in Blades in the Dark? Well, that's the question we'd be asking ourselves. What does that look like?
Um, I think it's very much as I said, I am going through each of these houses of taverns and all of that, having a drink, slapping back.
Humayun! There are people that know you here, they go, ah,
I'm pretty social, and I think that's
we heard
a
you were
big.
dead.
No, not yet. I hope that cost you a pretty penny then.
Ah, yeah. Well, when your lieutenant was through here a few weeks ago, he said that you had died at sea. And he gives the
Uh,
name of your mutinous bastard.
I think that was only wishful thinking on his part.
Ah, ah, ah.
Uh, but yes, a lot of it is the social aspect. Even though I'm by nature a little guarded, there's something to that the the display of social that is a big part of what I do. And I think, by the time it wraps up is I'm in this bawdy house singing along with someone on stage to whatever shanty is there. I've had quite a bit to drink, but I am an experienced pirate. I I tend to not drink to that point where I like black out. I'm too paranoid for that.
Absolutely, absolutely. And you people will know you. They it is that feeling that kind of in your gut of people wanting to be by you, of you buying the rounds, all of
And I
that.
think I will be dropping that I'm sailing the Star Seeker now. That
Oh
my
yeah,
ship is the Star Seeker.
absolutely. That will certainly get their attention. Uh, let's have you mark 3 luck, bringing you
Yay!
up almost to your maximum.
Almost, yes.
Uh, Nonius, what is it that you would like to do for your second downtime move?
I would like to make poor life decisions. Um,
Please.
I want to perform a ritual,
Okay.
and I have I have three things. I have my strange sword. I have the dangerous book of poetry, and I have this curse of ice sitting inside my chest. And it has been, I think, since I joined up with Humayun's crew, since I've seen death, since they've come to visit me.
Hmm.
And I think I've become convinced that it's because I've been distracted from my mission, my vengeance. It feels like I've been on something else, and so I need to make a grand gesture to lure her back to convince Death that I still care about what's important. So
I assume we're back on the boat then? Or have you rented a room in a grotto in a garret apartment to do this ritual? Or
I think I'm probably, yeah, rented a cheap room because the captain would probably be mad if I blew up part of the boat.
and you need no company then?
No, I someone will be joining me presently.
As you wish. Okay. grotto high up, looks out over the city. It'd be a great place if you were a starving writer kind of thing, and you will come into the room. Um,
And he pulls out, unsheathes his black bladed rapier, slice of life, and runs it down his fleshy palm, coating the whole thing in blood, as he then takes it and gouges a strange arcane circle design into the floor, which is embedded with little frozen chunks of his blood. And I want to grab that curse inside of me and feed it and ramp it up and freeze himself closer and closer until he's just on the edge of death. And I know that she'll appear to me then.
let's have you roll Spitfire.
Gonna spend a luck so I can roll with 0. Terrible at Spitfire. Okay, that's a 7.
That is a 7.
Glad I spent that. Ooh.
So choose one.
That, that's weirdly written.
Yes, well, it'll accomplish
On
its
a
goal, but let's I want to work into what happens, one of the three things. So you get your goal, and then these are drawbacks.
Gotcha. It's just on a 10 plus, choose one. On a 7 to 9, the fates choose another. But on a 7 to 9, there's not
I
another.
know, I know, I know.
That's okay.
It's basically on a 10 plus, you get to pick a drawback. You only get one. On a 7 to 9, there's two. You pick one, and I pick one. It is.
Okay. That makes more sense than what's written here. I like that.
An editor would have caught that.
Um, well, the ritual definitely has unintended side effects out somewhere public.
I think that there is this arm is that cold arm. Um, and I think you've chilled yourself so badly that I think that you will see that blackening of the fingers that one gets when one gets really bad frostbite, that absolute purple black blackening of your fingers there. And it won't feel like frostbite, but those fingers on the hand, these here, they will turn that color permanently.
Mm.
It will look like a mortification of the flesh to people who don't know better, and will probably cause them to draw back when they see that.
It's a little bit badass, though.
It is a little bit badass, and I think that the unintended consequence, I think, is that you will. So tell me what it is you wanted to have as a result.
I
She,
want to make death appear and speak to me, and
she will. She will appear before you. Tell us what on screen we see when she steps cold into this frozen room.
um, I think as the ice is spreading out from Nonius towards the edges of the room, it goes up one of the windows, like, frost forming on the window in the shape of a head and shoulders and arms, and it becomes clearer and sharper until she just steps out of the image into real life. It's death. It's not her, but it looks like Seraphina, the witch that I served. Her brown hair, her pale skin, but her eyes gone black and starry, and her limbs, her chest are opened up, and it's jewel encrusted bones instead of flesh.
You've made yourself cold for me.
Did you enjoy the poem? I've been practicing.
It is so close to perfection, just on the edge. So close.
Ouch.
Nonius, here you are, suffering. Why don't you come over and join me for the full extent of it? Why must you remain here?
You
If
know
you are
why?
this cold, I can give you the cold that you want.
It is the work. The work is not done yet.
You humans tie yourselves to labor. You should free yourself from such entanglements. Come and sit by me. And kind of taps the seat beside them by the window.
He will lever himself up on that sword and stumble over towards her. Say, you, she, she didn't die for nothing, and if I go now, it was all for nothing. But if I can finish
No,
it,
no one dies for nothing. Death, what I give, is a gift. It is not a nothing.
you're right. But there are. I haven't forgotten why I'm out here.
Tell me something funny. Amuse me. Act like you've done before. I am enthralled to your charms. You know that.
Did you see this? Did you see the gull?
Yes,
It
I.
was.
There was a moment there when I thought that you would be coming into my arms sooner rather than later.
I hoped maybe I would see you there. It was enormous, almost as big as the ship. Could have, I could have taken it, but well, if I see it again, maybe I'll make a gift of it to you.
Well, in that case, if you've made me a promise like that, then I will tell you this. I will bind your life and its together. There will be a line, and it will know where you are, and it will come for you. And then you will have a chance to fight it.
That
It is done.
will be an amazing day.
Why don't
For
you rest your head in my lap and pretend that I am her?
if you'll tell me one more thing,
Go on.
I want to spend my lover bond with death
Okay.
to compel them to do me a special secret favor.
All right. Which is?
I found the way to get the captain on board with the work. It's lucid. Where is he? Point me towards him.
I cannot point you towards him, but I can point you towards another, a step on the chain. And she will put in your mind a vision of a looks almost like a Vern, a little bit of a kind of scholar is kind of stumbling along the docks with some people trailing behind them. He looks very out of place.
And Nonius will sigh this like shivering sigh of relief as he lays down his head in her lap and hugs the black bladed rapier close to his chest. And it's bonier, it's colder than she should be, but nor that he's cold too. He's bony too at this point. So it's just almost like the real thing.
Excellent. And that lover's bond that's a special ability that you have, right?
Yeah, I have lover, comrade, and rival bonds, and I can do special things with them
Ooh,
depending on which
okay.
one they are.
Excellent. I'm going to cut from you to Cass. Cass,
Oh,
what would you like to do for your second downtime action?
God, anything that requires a roll just seems ill-fated at this point, and
It
yet
does it not?
I, yes, I
I
think
will tell you,
you can.
carousing 7+ will get you some luck.
It will, except that it requires polish, right? So I'm at 0 on that. Oh, let's give it a try.
Absolutely. Do you want to spend luck on that?
So I spend some luck to lose some luck.
If you have a luck, you could spend it to give yourself a +1 on the roll, and then you get 3 luck. So it's spend 1 to get 3.
Uh, yes, if I were to roll well. I guess I'll just roll natural and hopefully something will be okay. Let's see.
Tell me what your carousing looks like.
Oh, my carousing is going around to all the other ships and how do you say, getting myself introduced to them. If that makes any sense. If
Come
they've got a
aboard.
groom or a bride,
They're
that's
yeah,
great. But
obliged to give you a drink
exactly,
and toast to your health. This is a thing. If they have not met you before, they are obligated to do that. But then you have to listen to them tell you all about their ship.
I don't care though, because I'm actually listening to the ship the whole time, like
Okay.
their ships. You know what I mean? It is
Yeah.
just the thing. And I do, and that's the thing is I always listen to their stories like with that sort of half a thing that someone does when they're like intently looking or listening to something else. But then I will turn around and tell them if there's something like that their ship needs them to know.
I'm going to give you a +1 for it on your carouse because we didn't really give you a full benefit for that 7 to 9 earlier when you did the thing. So
Okay.
let's give you a +1 on that.
Oh, thanks. That's great. I'm sure that my role will just be
It will make your fall
yes.
into the abyss that much more delicious.
Exactly, because we know where it's going. If only I could find my roller. Why is this constantly my problem? Come on. I know it's here. I had it up. Oh, here it is. I think. No, that's not it. All right. I have to go back to the safety and roller and hit the thing again. I'm so sorry, everyone. I'm the worst. Okay. I'm
You are
here.
consistent.
I am consistent. That's sort of a virtue. Here we go. I'm rolling. I'm rolling 2d6 and I'm adding 1 to whatever rolls.
So that is
It's
as
an
an 8.
8. It's a mediocre roll. Yes.
But that's all you need because you enjoy yourself in going around and listening, and you'll be able to mark 3 luck.
All right. I will do it. This
Uh,
may be what saves us on the time ahead.
absolutely. And Vern, what would you like to do?
Um, I would like to investigate.
Okay.
Um,
What is it you're looking into in general? You can give me a topical thing.
uh, this whole find the missing face situation.
Absolutely. Let us have you make that roll.
Seven.
That is a 7. So you get 2 questions.
Yeah. Where can I find the person who stole the face?
So you will find out that uh, the sharks have offered a bounty.
Okay.
One of their vessels, uh, called the Golden Tooth, went missing in a particular area of the ocean. And they put a general bounty out for people who can find what happened and or retrieve a particular cargo from it. And it sounds like Susanto uh, thought to go and, race ahead and maybe use the Oracle's face to get themselves an advantage in tracking down this missing vessel.
Okay.
Does that seem like a reasonable answer? You'll
Yeah.
find the point of the ocean. You'll get some details about that.
Okay. Cool.
And
Cool.
your second thing?
Um, just looking at it. Uh, what are the hidden dangers?
The rumor is that it was a sea monster that took down the Golden Tooth, not a
Okay.
pirate attack or other things and like there's enough of, and you know a lot about monsters and stuff, and there's enough of the talk and things like that that all make you, yeah, there's probably a sea monster involved. Just
Okay.
just feels that way.
Okay.
Sound
Cool.
good?
Yes.
Okay. Uh, I think that we are going to stop there. We are going to have a chance to do more RP or follow up with some stuff in town if we want to, outside of the downtime actions to give us that. We'll do at the start of the next session, and we can talk about like where you want to jump to. Nonius can track down the bumbling scholar, all of those things. And does that sound reasonable? Okay. Um, so let's look at this. Um, I don't think you defeated an important foe, claimed a great treasure, or accomplished a goal yet, so not end of chapter yet.
Mm.
But you are exiting downtime. So when you exit downtime, you will heal all harm.
Woohoo.
Um, let's do Stars and Wishes. Uh, Captain Humayun.
This was fun. This was really cool to kind of see what this was going to be like. I really enjoyed everyone's conversations between us. It was, it really started to fill out these characters, and it was all very pleasant. You can see that it's nice to see that we're going to kind of get along, and I thought that was really good. I think we're all on the verge or easily could be brought to support each other's kind of goals, and I think that's nice. Um, I love the description of the town. I thought that was cool. Uh, it was neat. I think the downtime is really interesting. This game has a lot of cute little tidbits to it,
Yeah.
and bringing this downtime into like a PBTA style game is, I think it's a nice little addition.
Yeah, there's some very fun little bits in here.
Hmm.
Wishes?
Um, I'm kind of intrigued to see where everybody, once we get through this and see where things that people have come up with are pointing. Um, you know, I I'm not sure. I wouldn't mind seeing us kind of on the map, plotting this course, this idea of where we're sailing out to.
Mm-hmm.
Kind of get that idea because I've said where I kind of been thinking, but we may see that there's stuff that we want to hit in between or that might be more pressing. So I'm intrigued. I'm looking forward to a discussion between us on what we're wanting there.
Okay. Nonius.
Yeah, this was very cool. I like this place. I liked exploring downtime. Um, I thought I enjoyed my chance to confront the captain and be sort of serious with him. But I really enjoyed Humayun's discussion with Vern and just continuing that thing of like, so you're gonna make me look amazing, right? You need to make me look amazing. And even Vern's comeback of like, well, this book I'm writing is non-fiction, so not in that one. It's just the absolute burniest way to say, yeah, sure, I'll do that. Um, Sherry, it was the smallest moment, but in your conversation with Humayun, when he was asking about the person that you were interested in, and your response of, "Oh yeah, they're on the ship." It's just, oh, it was such a good choice of wording. It was so nice. I loved it. And Ethan getting to work out poetry recitation with a loaded gun with Vern was very fun. Um, I'm glad that I got a chance to bring in Death and get a scene there. I really liked how you played them there, Lowell, as they just sort of like phase in and out of this person I think they are, and as Nonius sort of phases in and out of seeing them as the witch or seeing them as Death. It's cool. I like it. Um, I am fascinated with this faceless oracle story. I think that sounds really neat to dig into. Obviously, I want to follow my vengeance. I will always want to follow my vengeance, but I wasn't expecting that. That sounds cool.
I will make sure that that has doesn't have an expiration date on it, as we say there. So, uh, Cass, Sherry.
Yes, that's me. That's right. I'm getting used to this still. I apologize. So first thing that I want to say is whoever put the lovely ships sideboards behind my picture of the mermaid. Thank
Yep.
you very much. I don't know who did it, but it looks great.
I did that. Thank you.
Oh, good. Thank you. It looks great. And I really appreciate it. I oh,
I'm just going
just show
to
the picture.
share in case anyone
Yeah.
has stuck around to watch this. I am going to show
Exactly.
some of the beautiful
That's also
pictures.
Hot Orc Boy.
Yeah.
Yes,
Hot
Hot
Orc
Orc
Boy. That's
Boy.
important. There's Death.
Hot Orc
She's
Boy
quite,
Summer.
yeah, for a
Death.
skeleton, she's very good looking, so mostly beautiful or striking people. So,
Okay.
and our doctor, I found this great picture of a
That picture is
doctor,
amazing.
isn't it?
Yeah.
So that was why I chose the healer. I will admit it. I had a picture. So and I'm doofusy like that. I loved all my conversations. I loved everyone else's. It was just fun. The only thing I didn't like was my dice, but that's pretty much just how I live my life. So there you go. You were great. I have to say, Tyler, whenever you play the captain role, you are so the captain. I do want to be clear, like Cass is actually very young, think of him as being like 15 or 16, like right in there. And this is all, and he's lived a very weird life, clearly, whatever it is. So it is just that kind of thing of he is his reactions are in my head, his reactions are very muted because he doesn't know what normal is, if that makes any sense. So unlike Nonius, who's always all exclamation points, I have to give you huge points. Everything was full, it was dire and full of drama, and it was awesome the whole time. Whenever you were to see, I was like, oh no, I don't know where this is going. It's getting weirder and weirder. This is great. And I love Vern because Vern is as just confused as I am. I really like that in a fellow character player. It was great. It was good stuff. I don't know. I'm really liking it. We're kind of all playing to our strengths. And it's just a delight to be with my friends and doing this. And lol, I'll do as they said, the whole lost face for the Oracle is a really cool idea for a quest. So love that. Just all good. I
Excellent.
appreciate you all.
Anything wishes wise?
Yeah, I gotta figure out how to do the dream.
Okay.
So I guess that's gonna be it. Like, do I gotta make a particular move? Is there a move for
No,
that?
I won't make you. I mean, won't make you
Okay.
roll for that. No.
Okay. All right, we'll figure that out then.
Okay.
So,
And Vern.
Yeah, I mean, stars to Patrick for summoning death as the ritual. Um, and I like how that was the thing that Nonius was like trying to read these poems in order to do, and that was not at all clear from the conversations.
Just wanted to impress my girlfriend.
Right, yeah. Which, true, but also
we all feel that. I just say
that's great. But, and yeah, I liked all of the conversations, yeah, between Captain Humayun and each of the crew members. Uh, and yeah, I don't. Do I have any specific wishes? No, right now everything's interesting, and I'm just curious to see where it goes from there. So I don't really have any specific wishes at the moment.
Yeah, I will say I'm enjoying this. I like everybody's character. I like the way that we did this. It was very generous for the captain to buy that extra downtime. I think that's super worth it in the long run. And it got us some good scenes. And I'm excited to play this out. I do want to give you a little more time if there's anything else you want to do in port before we head out onto the ocean. So we'll get that set. I am going to stop the recording.